Hello everyone, welcome to all. My name is Shashikant Srivastava and I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Civil Engineering in Faculty of Engineering and Technology at Rama University, Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur. We are here to study about the transportation engineering. The word transportation is itself is containing so much of information that already we have in our mind. So, right now we are going to deal with the engineering aspects of transportation. First of all, we need to know what is transportation. So, I will go with the word transportation. The transportation is actually derived from two words, trans and porter. The trans and porter, both of the words that are the words are Latin in their origin. So, the trans means from and porte means to convey. That means from anywhere when we convey or when we put something or we put ourselves from one place to another, that is what is transportation is all about. So, the transportation actually means from going one place to another. That movement may be of the goods, may be of the person or anything. I mean to say that if we talk about the data, say data is when data is moving from one place to another place, it is also sort of transportation itself. But for the physical word, the transportation simply means the physical transportation, and that physical transportation usually takes place with some of its modes. So, right now we are going to deal with the modes as well. I will draw the complete outlining of the course. For the first lecture, this is the first lecture that I am taking over here. For the first lecture, I will be talking about the introduction to transport. Next, I will be going with the role of transportation. And then I will be moving towards the modes of transportation. Of course, the importation of transportation. Importance can never be denied. So, importance of transportation in our daily life as well as in the economy, in the political and social terms. So, importance of transport. Then, after it, I will be moving towards the history of transportation. Transportation is not a new phenomena. As we always know, the transportation is the base for the development, for the society, for everything to develop, transportation is must. So, as whenever we talk about the development of a particular society or a particular nation or a particular state, we always talk about its transportation, how easily we can get to something, how easily, not only easily the distance matters, but at the same time it also matters that how easily means how smoothly you can go. Say if the distance is too long and it takes small amount of time, that means transportation is smooth. So, first I am coming to the introduction portion. The transportation is derived from two words, trans and porte. The trans means from and porte means to convey. That means from one place to another place when we move, that is what is the transportation. That transportation usually may be in physical form or in sometimes it is in the electronic form. We are not dealing with the electronic forms in the transportation engineering, but we will be dealing with the transportation in physical forms. Now, coming to the role of transportation, the transportation has very much roles to play in the society. As we always know, where there is a transportation, where there is a ease of transportation, the society gets developed over there. Like everywhere, we will be finding that the places which are quite near to the market or quite near to the accessible areas, there we get huge population. Why such population loves to be there? There is only one thing, that it is very easy to transport from one place or that place to every place of that particular city. Taking a simple example, right now if we talk about a city, See, if there is airport, always the airport lies outside the city, just quite outside of the boundary of the city. Say there is the railway station, there are the hospitals, there are some universities. So if I will ask, if I'll zoom it, you will be getting the same figure as this. If it is the city, here is the airport, here is the railway station, here is the bus station, here are some of the universities, U1, U2, I am naming them as U3, somewhere here University 4, here is the court, say the court lies over here, and say if I say some of the hospitals, the major hospitals, say this is H1, this is H2, H3, H4. So what we will be getting or we will be observing is that near those points where the central railway station is, central bus station is, or there are where there are hospitals, you will be getting so much amount of population. That means the population in that zone will be greater as in comparison to the population in that zone. Reason being, the one reason or the only reason is the transportation, the ease of transportation. That means where there is ease of transportation, there is population. The society develops where there is ease of transportation. At the same time, there is not only the societal role or the role for the society, the transportation also plays very much important role in the politics, that means political role, and in the economics as well. So first I will be covering up the roles of transportation, and amongst those roles I will be going with first economic roles. Being an engineer, we always have to deal with the economics, so the economic roles are also to be considered. What are the economic roles that are associated with the transportation? First, there is trade, and for the trade we need movement. सामान को इधर से I can use हिंदी. So सामान को इधर से उधर ले जाना भी एक ज़रूरत है. The ease of trade simply defines the ease of transportation. Where there is ease of trade, almost always the economy lies over there. Since ancient times we have got to know India has very much influence of trade. That means India has French influence, Portuguese influence, British influence, and in some of the times we will be finding the Silk Road, the Arabian influence. Where those influence came from, or what was the inspiration for that particular influence? That was the trade only, and that trade became possible due to the ease of transport, and that transport brought the economic role to the India. That means not only when we are not talking about only India, but we are talking about any place where the trade takes place, there should be ease of transport. So transport has a very much important role to play in economic important role to play for the trades. That simply means trades usually take place due to economy. The economies usually gets affected with the trade, with the ease of trade, and that too, not only trade, but the economy also gets. Right now, I'll be explaining one more thing. It is the direct revenue that gets generated from the transportation itself. That means when we are moving onto a road or when we are observing a road, it usually has some vehicles. So we were talking about the vehicles. That means there are so many vehicles moving onto a road. At the same time, the vehicles are using fuel, and at the same time, the vehicles are paying tax in form of the prices of vehicles, in form of the price of fuel, and in form of the tax that we usually call as toll. The revenue gets generated, and that revenue plays or contributes to the economic development of that particular area. That means when we are talking about the movement of a particular vehicle in a particular region, that vehicle belongs to that region, that simply means that vehicle, its cost, the fuel filled in that vehicle, and the toll that usually gets collected from that vehicle or due to that vehicle directly causes the revenue or directly generates the revenue, and at the same time it contributes towards the economy. That means the transportation plays role in the economy as well by the direct means. First was trade, second was revenue, and third I would like to add is a sort of trade that usually is not considered as a trade. I would write it as, one thing that I would like to add is the form of goods. That means those goods directly contribute towards the economy. See, these goods are usually rare in the nature, that are not usually the part of the trade, or sometimes those goods are not usually involved in the economy. So they are excluded goods. See, when I am talking about a particular zone, that is Uttar Pradesh, it is not so good, like the central Uttar Pradesh is not so good in mining, the direct mining of ores. But when I am talking about the Jharkhand, it is so good in the mining of ores. So let's take a simple example of iron. So when the iron moves from that particular region Jharkhand to central Uttar Pradesh, then it comes to that particular good which is usually excluded from the economy, but again it causes the enhancement in the economy as well. That simply means that that good which was not a part of it is now again included in economy. So those three are usually, though not only three, there are unnumerables, they are usually very much in numbers, but I am talking about those three which are of quite importance. Those play a very much important role in the economic development. That means how economy gets affected by the transport. Second, I would like to talk about the societal development, that is societal development. So the society roles that transportation has to play. We always know a society lies over there, a society develops over there where there is ease of transportation. So by every means there is only one thing which is responsible for the development of society. It is not the only thing, but one of the major things which is quite important for the development of society is the transportation, is the ease of transportation. We always let's take an example of a city, Kanpur. See, Kanpur is located at the river, at the bank of the river Ganges, usually called as Ganga in Hindi. Why it happened? Why Kanpur was located at the bank of Ganges? Reason being, not only this sacredity of Ganga, but at the same time the major thing was the ease of transportation. Kanpur gets that much of population, the only reason being the ease of transportation, its location, its importance. Everywhere will be finding that where there is ease of transportation, the Ganges is a huge mode of transportation. The water, almost inland water transportation from river Ganga is almost about 60 to 70%, I must say. 60 to 70% of the whole inland river transportation that takes place from the river Ganges itself, and Kanpur is a major city of this. So Kanpur was located or is located at the river Ganges, and that is why Kanpur was so much developed. At the same time, if I am taking an example of city Kolkata, the older name was Calcutta. So whatsoever we may call it as, the Kolkata is situated at a particular crucial point. It is neither at a particular bank of a particular sea, but it is quite near to the bank of river Hooghly, again a part of Ganga. Kolkata was that much important that its location, its transportation, whenever we will be studying about the Kolkata, we will be finding it that particular region over here we find Kolkata. Why it is so? In the India, or when we talk about the India, that particular place of Kolkata played very much crucial role, and that place was even that much crucial that Britishers considered it as their economic capital. That was the only reason. I should not take towards the history, I should not move towards the history, but I should tell this because the societal importance of Kolkata is why that much, because that particular location of Kolkata at the bank of river Hooghly, quite near to the Bay of Bengal, made Britishers the ruler of India, whereas the Portuguese and the other invaders or the traders were quite early to reach India, quite 50, 60, 70 years before the Britishers. So that is the societal role that the transport plays. At a particular time, I would ask you a simple question. You have two places to choose between. Here is a place A, here is a place B. And you have a office. There is a place O that you have to go every time. So from place A, there are two possible ways of moving to the place O, whereas the place B has only one path to move to place O. So there is a simple question. There are three paths: A1, A2, and B1. Now, there's another thing, that the market lies over here. The regional market lies over here. So my simple question would be, which place would you prefer to relocate if you have to? So I guess everyone will be thinking about the point A. Why the point A? It has two possible paths. That means the office that you have to daily deal with is having two possible paths. Say if one is having a congestion in the office time, the other one will be free, and at the same time the market availability is quite near from point A or place A as in comparison to place B. So in that case, one would always prefer to have a location at place A. That is why all the Indian societies, the major Indian societies played very much important role, the Indian societies were developed near the places from where the transport was very easy. So transport plays the society roles as well. And third one that I should go with or deal with, the political roles. See, politics is quite different from political roles. The political roles include the territory, the geometry, and at the same time the troops. So for the movement of troops, the movement of armies, the movement of defense system, when we talk, so there is the need of transportation. See, आर्मी को कभी भी पैदल आप कितनी दूर चला लोगे, मैक्सिमम ऑफ 5 किलोमीटर्स, लेकिन कहीं कहीं पर इतनी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत होती है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन की, रैपिड मूवमेंट की ज़रूरत होती है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन की, वहाँ पर हमको ज़रूरत पड़ती है डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन की. जैसे इफ़ यू टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन इन लद्दाख, से नाउ इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द लद्दाख, देयर इज a hill area called Zaskar. You might have heard about it. I don't know whether you know about it or not, but the Zaskar is considered as the most difficult place to go in the Indian region. So when we talk about the movement of that particular troops in the Zaskar region, now if we don't have roads, we will not be able to move that much easily, or the soldiers or the troops will not be able to move that much easily as in comparison to say a particular cantonment board in Bhopal. Bhopal is very much easily available, the roads are well connected, it has some rail routes, it has some airways. So the Zaskar is quite difficult to get or to reach as in comparison to Bhopal. Where there are difficult zones, there the need of transportation is very much, that means the transportation plays very much important role. That is why you find the regions or the boundaries that we are almost sharing with China are now getting developed in terms of transportation. वहाँ पर आप अक्सर सुनते हैं सड़कें बना रहा है, चाहे भारत बना रहा होता है, चाहे चीन बना रहा होता है, उसकी ज़रूरत क्या है? Why it is important? It is just because the movement, the political reasons. That means the movement, or so that the movement of troops can easily be done, the movement of armies can easily be done, ताकि अगर हमको कभी भी ज़रूरत पड़े उन जगहों पर डिफेंस की, we can easily move and we can easily find our places in very less amount of time. So the ट्रांसपोर्ट प्लेज वेरी मच पॉलिटिकल रोल्स एज वेल. आपने अक्सर सुना होगा कई ऐसी जगहें भी होती थी या कई ऐसे रीजन्स हुआ करते थे जहाँ पर transportation was not easy, that's why it was very difficult to invade those places. Like we talk about the Maharashtra region, why Shivaji was so much successful? Reason being his forts were quite much inaccessible. इतना ज़्यादा मुश्किल था वहाँ पर पहुँचना कि आप ट्रूप्स लेकर जा ही नहीं सकते थे, सिपाही लेकर जा ही नहीं सकते थे. एंड व्हेन समवन वांटेड टू मूव ओवर देयर विद ट्रूप्स, इट टुक quite long. The roads were not built, and only marvels know. Shivaji's the force knew how to just climb onto the mountains that are quite stiff. So there the political roles are also very much importantly played by the transportation. The transportation plays the direct role as well as the indirect roles in the development of policies or the political or the movement of troops. That means the transportation has too much important roles in all three. At the same time, there is another role, and that role is rural development role. The last thing I would like to get in that particular role of transport, the rural development role. Right now, India is getting developed. I don't know from when, but since when, but it is developing. So, rural development role is also very much important. Reason being a developing country, we need to develop our villages as well. The connectivity from villages to cities is very much important. जितने ज़्यादा easily हमारे गांव हमारे शहरों से जुड़े होंगे, the movement of trades, the movement of services, the movement of policies, the control, the police, the armies can easily be moved over there. And at the same time, the development is that much easy. That simply means that the mode of transportation direct plays in that particular plays the role in the development of rural areas. Like if I take an example, there is a village, say village A. It is located in a region of city, say X, and there is another village which is B, which is say there is the city market or the market area or the city area. There are two villages, city X of any district, say X A B. There is city X, the village A and village B. The village A is say 10 kilometers distant from city X, but it takes only 15 minutes to reach over there. And city B is only 5 kilometers away, but it takes 30 minutes to reach over there. Reason being, the roads over there are not that much developed. So which area or which village you guess will be more developed? In a simple answer, it would be A only. Reason being the ease of transportation. So we get to know from that transportation has very much important roles to play in the economic development, in the societal development, in the political development, as well as in the rural development. Rural development now being a very much important term, that is why in the year 2000, December 25th, that time Prime Minister Mr. Atal Bihari initiated a new plan that was known as I would request you to answer those in comment as well, but that was known as Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, PMGSY, and that was PMGSY is now a success. It has almost built a 5 lakh kilometers roads within first 10 years of a span. It also had some targets that were easily easily achieved, and right now PMGSY is a grand success. Why PMGSY is a grand success? Because every village under that target is now connected to the city directly, or some major or important towns. That is why the medical facility is easily available to those villages, the trade is easily available to those villages, and the villagers need not to move out every time for those particular services or essential services at the same time. So the rural development is also something that usually gets affected by the transportation. Next, I will be discussing about the modes of transport. We all know from the very beginning we have studied the modes of transportation. Now what if I will be asking, you will be giving some simple examples, some simple answers, and those answers are, सर जी एयरवेज होता है, सर जी वाटरवेज होता है, एंड द थर्ड वन इज, सर जी लैंडवेज होता है. When I will be asking you about it in detail, you will be answering me, Sir ji, airways is further developed or divided into two areas. First is space, जहाँ पर रॉकेट जाया करता है. Second is airways, directly जहाँ पर प्लेन जाया करता है. Now you will be asking, sir, space हम क्यों काउंट कर रहे हैं? Whenever we move something into space or we put something into space, it is again a sort of transportation. So airways is including spaceways as well as aeroplanes, the movement of aeroplanes or the helicopters or anything that can fly into the sky with control. Next comes the waterways. Waterways are of two types. First is inland waterways. Like those waterways which lie within the territory of a particular region. See, if I give you an example, I am not that much expert in drawing the maps, but still I will try. Say this is the eastern region. I am not drawing the complete thing, but what I am trying to explain is the river Ganges started from somewhere like this and then it moves in a place like this. So the river which lies within the territory moves towards the or is counted as the inland waterways. The next thing is marine waterways. Marine water, as we always know, there are oceans and those oceans are interconnected. So marine ways or marine waterways are also a sort of transportation. And I would like to add one more thing in it. It is submerged waterways. आप लोगों ने सबमरीन का नाम सुना होगा. सबमरीन नाम की एक चीज़ हुआ करती है जो पानी के नीचे जाती है, लेकिन उसके भी रास्ते यानी कि वेज प्री डिफाइंड होते हैं. सिमिलरली स्पेस में अगर कोई मूवमेंट होता है, अंतरिक्ष के लिए अगर हम जाते हैं या कहीं से कहीं जाते हैं, तो द वेज, द पाथ्स ऑन टू विच द पर्टिकुलर व्हीकल हैज़ टू मूव और द पर्टिकुलर प्लेन हैज़ टू मूव आर प्री डिफाइंड. Next comes the the land ways, and land ways are again divided into two portions. First is roadways and the second one is railways. Very good. So these are famous ways or the modes of transportation that easily are accessible to us. We usually find those modes in our day-to-day life. I need not discussing everything. I know you know more about it than me, so I will not going into detail of everything. What I need to know is, what I need to tell is, there are some modes of transportation and those modes are further divided into a few categories. I think you should, if you want to write it down, please pause, please play pause button and write it down. Now I will be moving towards the importance of transport, as we have already discussed about what are various importance of transportation. Now we will be discussing it in detail. Importance of transport. So first is, I would say, the importance in economy. That means it is quite important for the economic development. Again, It is important for societal development. We need to learn something, and we always have learnt something with the mode of transportation. Now I would tell you very much important or very much interesting thing. You know about the carrots. गाजर बोला करते हैं हम लोग इसको हिंदी में. आपको मालूम है ये गाजर इज नॉट एन इंडियन थिंग. दिस कैरेट वॉज नॉट इज ओरिजिनेटेड इन इंडिया. चलिए, माई क्वेश्चन दैट यू विल बी राइटिंग आंसर इन द कमेंट बॉक्स इज वेयर दस कैरेट्स बिलोंग फ्रॉम. ये कहाँ से आए भारत में. एंड एट द सेम टाइम वन मोर थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क, ये टोमेटो जो है ना, जिनको हम लोग टमाटर कहते हैं, ये भी भारतीय प्रजातियां नहीं हैं. टमाटर जो आज हम लोग खाया करते हैं अपनी सब्जियों में, ये भारत के नहीं हैं, ये कहीं और से भारत में आए थे. यू हैव टू राइट फ्रॉम वेयर दोज कैरेट्स केम एंड फ्रॉम वेयर दोज टोमेटोज केम टू इंडिया. सो द सोसाइटल डेवलपमेंट. नेक्स्ट इज द पॉलिटिकल डेवलपमेंट. I would like to add in the defense system, I would like to add here in the trades, in the ease of movement of passengers or in the ease of movement of goods or luggages. आज आप इडली और डोसा खा सकते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि वो दक्षिण भारत से ट्रैवल करके उत्तर भारत में आई. और उत्तर भारतीयों की फेमस डिश जिसको हम लोग छोले भटूरे कहते हैं, वो दक्षिण भारतीय खा सकते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि ये सोसाइटल डेवलपमेंट का पार्ट हमको ट्रांसपोर्ट की वजह से देखने को मिला. सो ट्रांसपोर्ट हैज़ वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट रोल्स टू प्ले. इट हैज़ हैविंग सो मच इंपॉर्टेंस. लाइक एवरीथिंग that is important for the development of a particular region or a country is always associated with the transportation. Right now I am going with that much, and I will be discussing some more things about the transportation, but I am running out of time, and at the same time I have to deal with the syllabus also. So I am coming to the transportation engineering 1. Now the subject comes. The transportation engineering 1 deals with the highway engineering. That means we have only to deal with a single mode in transportation engineering 1, and that mode is highway engineering. So the books that I will be recommending or you will be studying that are for the transportation engineering 1, that are of highway engineering. That means out of those 6 or 7 modes that I have told you, only first mode, that is roadways, we are going to study in that transportation engineering 1 portion. So before moving towards all in detail, or before moving towards the history of transportation, I would like to tell you what are the things or what are the contents that we will be discussing in this. I will not be taking too much of time, but you need to know the introduction of transportation that I have already told you. Second is the history of transportation, how transport developed. And third are the current scenario of transportation, how much important role transportation plays in current scenario in the modern era. The second module or the second unit deals with the geometrical designing of transportation. The third module deals with the traffic engineering. The traffic engineering means the vehicular characteristics are to be studied, the traffic movements are to be studied. The fourth unit is of good importance. We have to deal with the pavement designing. How pavements are designed. ये सड़कें हम लोग बनते हुए तो देखते हैं, अब ये भी सीखेंगे कि कैसे बनती हैं. And in last we will be discussing about the we will be dealing with the construction of pavement. ना सिर्फ ये देखेंगे सीखेंगे कि कैसे बनती हैं, बल्कि ये भी देखेंगे कि उनका स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर क्या होता है और कुछ अलग से टर्म्स क्या ज़रूरी होते हैं समझने, जिनके बिना आपके फील्ड और थ्योरी में अंतर रह जाता है. सो आई एम स्टार्टिंग विद द इंट्रोडक्शन, हिस्ट्री एंड करंट सिनेरियो फेज. I'll be moving towards the history phase of transportation right now. The next topic is the history of development of transportation. We all know कि भाई ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के दम पे ही हमारी सोसाइटीज़ डेवलप हुई और हम ये भी जानते हैं कि ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के बिना कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता, मुश्किल है गुजारा, क्योंकि चीज़ें एक जगह से दूसरी जगह नहीं जा पाएंगी, सभ्यताएं एक जगह से दूसरी जगह नहीं जा पाएंगी, नॉलेज एक जगह से दूसरी जगह नहीं जा पाएगा. सो कैसे शुरू हुआ? राइट फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगिनिंग, राइट फ्रॉम द वेरी स्टार्टिंग, वी विल बी डीलिंग विद ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. हिस्ट्री ऑफ द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क, आपको क्या लगता है सबसे पहले क्या चीज़ आई थी? सबसे पहले कैसे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन हमको कहाँ पर रोड्स या कैसी रोड्स देखने को मिली होंगी? सबसे पहले जो स्टार्टिंग हुई उस समय तो आदमी के पास पहिया भी नहीं रहा करता था. उस समय तो जानवर वो पाला ज़रूर करता था, बट दैट मैन न्यू हाउ टू मूव. तो सबसे पहले जो रास्ते बने, दोज वर पाथवेज, जिनको हम आज के समय में पगडंडी बोल सकते हैं. आप लोग अक्सर गाँव में जाया करते हैं, वहाँ पर एक पतली सी लाइन सी बनी होती है घासों के बीच. कोई पुराने लोग उसको लीक बोल दिया करते हैं, इफ़ आई में से करेक्टली. ये पगडंडी या लीक जो हुआ करती है, जिस पर सिर्फ चला करते हैं, साइकिल भी नहीं चला करती थी, जानवर और इंसान चला करते हैं. दोज वर द इनिशियल डेज ऑफ रोड्स. वो चलते चलते धीमे धीमे निशान बन जाते थे और वही निशान धीमे धीमे रोड्स का काम करने लगती थी. लोग एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाने के लिए उन निशानों का प्रयोग करते थे. दे यूज दोज पर्टिकुलर मार्क्स ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर रोड और पर्टिकुलर पाथ्स एंड दोज बिकेम द पाथवेज. उसके बाद इंसान ने एक बहुत बड़ी चीज़ आविष्कार की, खोज के निकाली, एंड दैट वाज व्हील, वो पहिया, जिसने बहुत आसान कर दिया ट्रांसपोर्टेशन को. ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इज ऑल अबाउट द व्हील्स, द मूवमेंट ऑफ व्हील्स. सो द एनिमल ड्रॉन रोड्स. एक बार जब आदमी ने ये सीख लिया कि जानवरों को कैसे कंट्रोल करना है, पहिए कैसे बांधने हैं, दे स्टार्टेड मूविंग विद द हेल्प ऑफ दोज एनिमल्स. और फिर जब एक बार एनिमल्स चलने लगे उन्हीं रास्तों पर, उसने रास्ते को थोड़ा सा चौड़ा किया, जितना उसको खुद की ज़रूरत थी उससे थोड़े से ज़्यादा ज़रूरत थी उसको पहिए के लिए. और उसके बाद फिर धीमे धीमे उनके मूवमेंट, चूँकि हैवी मूवमेंट था, एक आदमी के पैर का मूवमेंट के कंपैरिजन में दोज एनिमल्स विच वर ड्रॉइंग सम वेट ऑन टू देम, दोज रोड्स वर क्वाइट वाइडेंड एज इन कंपैरिजन टू द पाथवेज. सो एनिमल ड्रॉन रोड्स वर द नेक्स्ट टू इट. एंड द थर्ड वन, ये दोनों चीज़ों के तो हमको रिकॉर्ड्स बहुत कम मिलते हैं. बहुत पुरानी एंशियंट हिस्ट्रीज़ में कहीं हम जाते हैं, हमको एग्जाम्पल्स हल्के फुल्के देखने को मिलते हैं, क्योंकि मोर और लेस दीज आर क्वाइट डेटोरिएटेड, क्वाइट इजीली डेटोरिएटेड विद द टाइम. ज़्यादा समय नहीं लगता. किसी अगर पर्टिकुलर पगडंडी पे आप ना चलिए और वापस वहाँ पर घास आ जाए, ज़्यादा समय नहीं लगता. अगर किसी जगह पर लगातार व्हीकल्स, एनिमल्स चल रहे होते हैं और अचानक से आप मूवमेंट कुछ महीनों के लिए भी बंद करेंगे, वहाँ पर अचानक से वापस वेजिटेशन आ जाता है. तो दैट मीन्स इट इज़ क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट टू फाइंड दैट पार्ट और दैट रोड्स. बट one thing that was found in the Indus Valley civilization was the Harappan roads. हड़प्पा का तो आपने नाम सुना होगा, हम सभी लोग जानते हैं इंडस वैली. और इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन इज़ अ प्राइड ऑफ इंडिया कह सकते हैं. तो इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन की जो रोड्स हैं, जिनको हम लोग हड़प्पन रोड्स भी बोलते हैं, जो हड़प्पा में पाई गई थी. So those Indian Indus Valley civilization roads or the Harappan roads, there was another place in that civilization was Mohenjo-daro. You might have seen a movie as well, Mohenjo-daro. I guess Hrithik Roshan was acting in those. But coming to these roads, the Indus Valley civilization roads, if I am talking about the India, the left, that means the western as well as the north, that means northwestern portion of India, Haryana, Punjab, some portions of Gujarat, some portions of Pakistan, the eastern Pakistan, the western Pakistan and the southern Pakistan. So that was having an Indus Valley civilization, and there the roads were found. A few important points that someone should note, always note, that Indian Valley civilization was having a few features. First was the width of the road. It is amazing to tell you that 30 feet was the width of that road, and there was also pattern existing amongst these roads. I will be telling you about what are the patterns of construction of roads, but right now I am telling you is pattern of construction, and that was grid pattern. I am telling you in brief what is grid pattern. See, if it is the particular important portion in a particular region, then the roads usually move in a grid situation like this. It seems like grid, na? Now those lines should be assumed as roads, and those portions are the construction. There are houses, there are temples, the places for worship. I am not talking about the temples usually should not be named, but those are the places of living or gathering, and those lines were roads. See, those lines are forming a grid, and that were roads. So the road formation was quite systematic in that Indus Valley civilization. However, there was one thing that was lacking, and that was the roads were built regardless of gradient. Means there was no gradient provided on the road so that the rainwater could drain off. It may be considered as a part of drawback of that Indus Valley civilization road or Harappan roads, but still it is a 2600 BC to somewhere around 4000 BC old roads, the oldest of the civilization society, the oldest records that have ever been found. But yes, we had to dig, not I was digging, but the experts were digging first, they excavated and they found it. The next to it means number 4, if I may write, the number 4 was Roman roads. There was a quite famous saying or quotation quoting all roads lead to Rome. There was a quite important saying that whenever you want to move towards the Rome, every road which is radiating, you want to go to Rome, catch any of the road, you will be moving towards the Rome. So these Roman roads are the first roads or the pioneer of road construction in the world, I must say the world development of roads or the global development of roads. So we will be discussing from Roman roads onwards in the next lecture. That is all for today, and now I would request you all to please go through the complete video again if you can, or you should have I guess you might have written all the things down. If you have any query, you may ask us. I am providing with you details as well, so I am waiting for your responses as well. If you like the lecture, please respond. Okay, thank you so much.